Hey everyone, so today we are going to talk about our five favorite, I would say MCU villains, because that was the criteria I put down. But Amanda over here just apparently doesn't like that many Marvel villains, and she can't come up with five. So it's comic book movie villains, so it includes the DC universe too.
Why
But
you
all
gonna,
mine are
why
Marvel.
you gonna
So
call me out like this? Why you gonna call me out like this, Tessa? Why you gonna
I'm
give me
just
that?
saying, I gave you criteria that you couldn't
I
meet.
I was trying to make my list today. Did you already have your list made? Number one.
I did it this morning.
Well, okay. I was trying to make my list like about 30 minutes ago. No, it was like right. I messaged you like an hour ago. I was it was in my head, but every time and I even was having like Greg, I was like, Greg and the kids, Zach was involved, and I'm like, start naming some just MCU villains. And I already had some on my list. Well, oh, wait. Oh, this is MCU too. Oh, never mind. Then three of them's not in the MCU. But they're Marvel. No, they're Marvel. They're Marvel.
Oh, yo. Oh, God.
So they were like naming some, and I'm just like, because there are so many that totally on my list of favorites are better that I think are better, and two are DC, and maybe it's because I'm old school too, and I would look, I'm old, and I watched like the superhero movies even back in the day, so they're always
Mm-hmm.
gonna hold a special place in my heart.
Of course.
It had to be on my list.
I'm Tessa with mamasgeeky.com.
Let's start with our bottom, like our number five.
Okay.
I said Killmonger.
Who is that?
You don't even know, from Black Panther.
Oh, that's a good one.
You should know Black Panther.
I know who you're talking about now.
He was awesome.
But is he a villain still? Like, didn't he kind of?
No, he's a villain. Yeah, he's a villain. He's dead now. Didn't he die? He died. Right?
Why
Yeah, he said he would rather die than the.
Oh,
You know who I'm talking about.
yeah.
He's got the bumps all over his body.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess he's a good. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't even think of him, and I was trying to think of like my favorite ones in the MCU, and I was just like, no.
He was good because he's like super badass, and he like got up against Black Panther pretty good. Like they were
and sexy.
right. Well, of course.
Like, that's always a good. He's like a sexy.
He's a good-looking guy. I mean, I like his hair, his crazy hair.
My number five is probably higher on your list. Thanos.
Oh, yeah, he's a lot higher on my list.
Like, he had to be on the. I couldn't leave him out. I was like, Thanos has to be there, but you don't understand the struggle I had with this.
You had a hard time?
I did. Cause I don't know.
I wonder if you just didn't think of enough. Like I had like seven, and I had to cut it down.
All right.
But
Even your first one, that still wouldn't have made my top 5 list for me.
Killmonger, he's
like,
good.
I like stuff, but as villains, like I'm just like, this wasn't my favorite. Like I couldn't even remember what he did. Like if I can't remember, he's not gonna be my favorite.
Yeah, I got you. That makes sense.
Right?
You got you? Yeah, I got you. I get it.
All right, what's number 4?
For me, Loki. And I had a hard time whether he's a villain or not a villain, but he is a villain, and I love Loki, and I'm surprised he didn't get higher, but a couple other people beat him out, but he's number 4 for me. I love Loki.
He is on my list, but not number 4. Like he's higher for me. But I was the same way because I was like, I had that struggle with it too. I was like, is he a villain? I mean, he is a villain.
He's a villain.
Like I don't know. Like he goes back and forth.
I know, but he's definitely a villain.
If Popeye doesn't make the list, this list is whack. My number 4 is old school because it's probably like the first like superhero movie I've watched, Superman, and Lex Luthor is always going to be like a number 5, like top 5 villain for me.
I like Lex Luthor. I do. If I was putting in DC, and you know who I would put Lex Luthor though, it wouldn't even be a movie. I would do the Smallville version.
Really?
Michael Rosenbaum. Oh my God, I loved him. But again, that's maybe because he's really super cute. I don't know.
I think back, like, when what is that guy who played Gene Hackman? Was that who played him in like the earlier movies?
I think so.
Gene Hackman, like even there. But I even like the newer guy that they have playing him. The guy.
I haven't seen any of the new stuff, so I don't. I know. That's part of the thing. I gotta watch. You know what I just watched Fantastic Beasts. Okay. So I watched that, and then I just finished Daredevil season 2, and I'm gonna start Luke Cage. So you'll be happy to hear that. But we've decided, like, when we get back from Disney, I'm gonna we're gonna watch all the DC movies. Brett's seen them. Brett watches them when I go away, and he said to me they're not worth watching, but he'll watch them again.
I watched Justice League even this morning.
He watched Justice League while I was at Dog Days, and he was like,
I mean, it's not.
He said the stinger, like the thing after the credits, is what saves it, is what he told me.
Yeah, that's good.
But I don't know.
Was?
No.
Okay, I won't say nothing.
But he said that's what saves the movie.
Okay.
So.
But when you finally do watch them and they have do you see the new Lex Luthor guy who plays them? It's that guy who played
it's Jesse Eisenhart, right? Isn't it Jesse?
Guy, right? He played
yeah. And he was in the Magician movie.
Yeah, that's him. And I think
I like him.
Job as Lex Luthor, like, and he hasn't even been in it that much. Like, he's had little small parts here and there, but I think he does really good.
I really like him, so I bet I would like him. I bet I would.
All right, what's your number 3?
Ultron.
That's all right. So the Age of Ultron, and that's the guy who comes and yeah. Tell me why. No, convince me. I'm just like,
okay. I like him because, well, first of all, I really liked how, like, Tony kind of created him and that whole story. Yeah. And then if it wasn't for Ultron, we wouldn't have Vision, really. So, and I think it's really cool, like, robots taking over, like, the world. Plus, I love Ultron in the comic books. And I think that has a lot to do with it, too. The stuff that's going on with Ultron right now in the comics is, like, it's so good. Do you want to know what happened to him in the comics right now?
Because I won't even read it.
he's like fused with, like, Hank Pym, kind of. Like, really? Hank Pym. Yeah, it's crazy. It's really cool.
That's probably why he's on your list, because of the comics, I bet.
Maybe. That might be why. I mean, I love that movie, too. I just like, and Vision, right? We wouldn't really have Vision if we didn't have Ultron. And James Spader's so good. He's so good.
James Spader is a badass.
Yeah, see? Exactly. That's exactly right.
I think I just went, when I did my list, I just went from the heart.
Well, but you cheated, but okay. You still went from the heart.
I cheated, and it includes DC, MCU, and Marvel, because my other one isn't even MCU. No, he was never in the MCU. But my number 3 is Joker.
Okay, see, and Joker is probably my favorite DC villain for sure.
And no, he's like the best. And everybody who's played him has been like except that Leto guy. What was it, Jared Leto?
Jared Leto. No, I don't think he got enough airtime. I think he could have been really good. I
I hated like the whole Suicide Squad and everything.
I hated Suicide Squad too.
Yeah. That it made me feel that way. But like Jack Nicholson as him, and then when that Heath Ledger. Like, that made all those actors go crazy just playing that villain. Like, you know that's a good villain when those actors go crazy playing them.
That's right. True. You're right.
Now let's look at our list. Well, you just have MCU, Ultron, and then Joker. See, how can I like pick out of my favorite Joker and Ultron?
All right, I got you. Okay. I mean, Joker and Lex Luthor would be my 2 DC ones if I was to go DC. So that says a lot.
Okay, all right.
But I didn't go DC because that wasn't the rule.
I broke the rules.
You're a rule breaker, Amanda.
Always the rule breaker.
Now we can't ever do our top 5 DC villains.
Oh, were we gonna do that? Then you know what? When we do that, I'll throw in some MCU. All right, that'll be
okay. That's a deal. Let's shake on it.
But there was even more. Like I probably had list of like more DCs that I wanted to put in there than. So we should totally do a DC one.
Yeah.
Because there was a list. I'm telling you, like I had to hold back on some that were DC.
All right.
I can't.
We will then.
All right. Okay.
Who do you have? Well, I guess I'm going, right?
Oh, if you want, I can go.
My number 4 or my number 2, I guess, is Hela.
Oh yeah.
She's pretty crazy. And the thing I love about her is Marvel doesn't have a lot of villains that are like strict villains. A lot of them are very black and white, but she's like a villain. Like she's not even, there's no good to her whatsoever. She's a villain and she's so badass.
Oh my gosh.
And powerful. Like she just crushes Thor's hammer. Like
crushes Thor.
She was so good. She was so, and she played her amazing.
I wish I would have thought that one because that might have made my list too.
Yeah.
That's a good one. No,
I went back and forth with her being number 1 or number 2. I did. That was a hard struggle for me.
You're right. Oh, now
she's
I want
awesome.
to pick her with somebody. I want her. Well, I still like. Maybe I'll make her my. Never mind. That's my number 2 also. I want to know who I had, but you know what? I agree. I could totally put her for my number 2. Like she's pretty awesome. Like I agree.
She's so badass.
She is so. So Thanos is your number 1.
Yeah.
So my number was Venom.
Okay.
I love that. And he's Marvel, but he was never in MCU. But I'm so excited that they're coming out with this movie with Venom.
I can't wait for this movie. I know. I wish we could see it together.
Yeah, I know. I hope so. We need to like call Sony or something, huh?
Call them and say, please send us.
Like, let us see this together. If y'all listen, me and Tessa want to see this together. Make it happen.
Yes. We need to do a reaction immediately leaving to post all over YouTube. I mean, hello.
I'm excited for that movie. I'm excited. And Spider-Man, you know, like that's my favorite.
Right.
Anyway. So that was like my list. But no, so if we would do like just if I'm not thinking of any DC or any other Marvel, I could totally put Helga on my number 2 though. Like
Helga? You mean Hela?
Oh, did I say Helga? Now I'm gonna always call her that too. I'm always gonna call that. It's gonna be Helga to me. It won't leave. It won't leave.
Yeah.
Like, I will question it. Try to call it the right name, and it'll always be Helga. Watch.
It will be. It's Helga.
Who's Rafiki?
Rafiki? Like from The Lion King?
He's making the wrong list. Billy Fisher, wrong list.
Also, he's a good guy, so he's the monkey or baboon or whatever.
So
that's funny.
Number 1. I mean, it would be pretty easy for you to guess my number 1 now.
Is it? Because let me think.
Well, I said it was on my list, and I haven't named it.
Oh, Loki.
Yeah, Loki was my number 1. Just because,
Loki.
I don't know, he's so funny. You know how I have a soft spot for funny.
I know, and that's the thing. That's why I went back and forth with Loki being above Ultron, but I think what did it for me was what's going on with Ultron in the comics right now. You know what I mean? Which I shouldn't have really let that influence me, but I did. But yeah, Thanos is my top because he's just so crazy, and I think it's so fresh in my head because I've seen it like 6 times in the last week. And the thing I love about him is that I almost agree with him. Like I get why he's doing it, and I don't know. I love when Marvel makes them so like gray. You know, they're not so black and white.
I just rewatched because we got our Blu-ray of Avengers Infinity War, so I just rewatched it with like Zach, and I feel you because like at the end, like when he's doing that whole scene and goes and sees like the young version of what's her
Gamora.
name? Gamora. You know, and doing all that, you feel kind of bad for him. You're just
You
like,
do.
oh, you do. Like, and there is a gray, but then he's totally like crazy too.
Right.
Like,
But he thinks he's helping, right? He's like, your planet is overpopulated. There's too many people.
yeah,
You're not all going to live. If half of you die, and
yeah.
he wanted to get the gauntlet so that he could make them just like disappear instead of having to kill them. Because he said it will be painless if I do this. It's not gonna hurt you. I don't know.
Yeah.
It gives me like chills. I had to make him my number one. I almost made Hella my number one though. I really almost did. It was tough between those two.
Now I'm rethinking mine. Like I could even put Helga or Hella. I could even put her like number one too.
She's so awesome and she's so badass.
She is so awesome. But
Mm-hmm.
like him though, you have to think of all the villains, like pretty much he's the only one that they have not even like defeated yet, right? I mean, they can't even
Right.
like, so he's pretty
Till
powerful.
Captain Marvel comes around.
Get out.
She's gonna kick his booty. She's gonna beat him up.
Get that girl out. Billy Rafiki is on his list because he groped him at Disney World. You gotta watch out for those monkeys.
I know. At least he didn't fling poo on you.
Our list went really quick.
I know. I think we're done.
Like that was fast. Well, that was good because I got so much work to do and catch up on. Oh wait, should we end it?
Oh yeah.
And
yeah. So be sure you subscribe, of course, and comment and tell us your 5 favorite MCU villains. Don't include DC.
Or a mixture, just your 5 favorite villains.
Yeah.
You can be a rule breaker like me too.
Yeah. If you're a rule breaker, I'm going to call you Amanda. And subscribe to both of us.
Subscribe. Mama's
subscribe.
Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter geeky time. Where are you at?